This is Big Will TV. Bienvenidos, family. Welcome to another exciting episode of Black Expats to Panama. This is the show where we cover all things Exodus from the United States. We talk about what it's like for the expats here and what it's like for those planning to come here. So if you're anywhere along in that transition process, or even if you're already in Panama watching, this is the show for you. I'm your host, Big Will. Got a lot in store for you. First things first, I want to make sure people understand the reason why Black Expats to Panama exists. We wanted to share our experiences, and the experiences that we share are our experiences. We're not saying that this is across the board. We really want to show you what day-to-day life is like for expats living here. I got a lot of friends on social media, and I'm sharing what's going on with us, what we're going through, the things that we're experiencing, and oftentimes I hear, oh my God, you're living this long vacation, or it's like a holiday. People, look, this is not vacation, this is not holiday, this is just life. What you're about to see was a Thursday and a Friday, just normal life. So it's not like we hit the lottery or anything. Anyone can do this. We got a lot to cover today, folks. We're going to give you a glimpse of what it's like on a daily basis. Everything that you're going to see today is basically a day trip. So nothing special. We didn't get on any planes. All we did is hop in the car and drive an hour in one direction, or something like that. So sit back, relax. Here we go, folks. Alright, fam, so let's get started. The first thing we want to tell you about is an amazing day trip that we took to a group of islands called the San Blas Islands. It's a group of about 70 islands on the Caribbean side of Panama, owned by the Kuna Yala people. So it's an indigenous tribe to Panama, and they own the island, and they're making money of their economy by sponsoring tourism or day trips and overnight trips to the island. So we found this trip on the social media, and it advertised a great time. We'd heard about San Blas. It's white sands, blue water, your perfect Caribbean type island destination. We booked a tour. That was pretty easy to do. We did that through WhatsApp. We had a little bit of conversation. I saw the ad on Facebook, asked the guy a couple of questions, and hey, for $100 per person, they would give us transportation from our hotel to the dock. They would get us on the boats, take us to the islands, feed us, bring us back, and we spend the day and be back in Panama City at our hotel around 7 or 7:30 that evening. So it seemed like a good deal. So we are en route right now on our way to the beautiful San Blas Islands. We've been in this lovely SUV since 5 o'clock this morning. It's now 6:30 a.m. The sun just rose about 15 minutes ago. We're on our way to some port on the Caribbean side of Panama. I have no idea, but I think we got like another hour and a half to go. So as you can see, this place is jumping. Everybody's here getting their coolers, their ice, their beer, cervezas. They about to get a party on, shawty. So we're gonna join them. We're gonna see what this is all about. So when I booked the trip, the thing that they didn't tell me was that part of the thrill of this whole adventure was going to be getting there over the mountains. The driver picked us up in a nice SUV. It was a Toyota Land Cruiser Prado. We had plenty of space. It was about 5 of us as passengers in the car. Plenty of space, but the drive itself, oh my God, the drive is exciting. So the San Blas Islands are located on the other side of the mountains from Panama City. So you have to drive to get through the mountains in order to get there. And it's a 4-wheel adventure. Now the road is paved, but it's curvy, it's thin, it's lots of potholes, and these guys do this trip all the time. They know exactly the paths to take to get over the holes and everything. So it was a thrilling time. One of the passengers did get a little car sick because it's a roller coaster. It's up, down, left, right, back, forward, bouncy, jerk, go to the left. So be ready for that. But there were also really, really gorgeous views. I mean, we got to stop and get some pictures taken from some of the mountaintops overlooking the coastline, and it was absolutely gorgeous. So can't say enough about these guys' skill getting over these roads, man. Our driver, Jason, he is the bomb. So we eventually made our way down the mountain. We did have to stop at a checkpoint as we passed from one district to another, and we paid a tax to the Guna Yala tribe of $20 per person for entry into their district. And then a short time later, after that checkpoint, we arrived at the coastline, and then there's a little village that they've put together with all the docks where the people meet for the boat rides. And I'm telling you guys, this dock is busy. It's a lot of people, but there's baños that you can use for changing. There's some, gift shops for sale. There's a whole little village set up. So we didn't spend too much time in the village. We went straight to the boats. Speaking of the boats, getting in the boats here was a little interesting. I call them little dinghies, whatever. You want to be a little bit in shape in order to get on these boats. If you have some kind of, impairment or disability, it might be a little challenging getting on these boats because you got to bend down and get underneath the tarp and still clear the deck and then step down into the boat. It can be a little complicated, but once you're in the boat, oh my God. So once we were on the boat, it was just thrilling at that point. The sun had gotten up in the sky. I'm thinking it's like around 8 or 9 o'clock by this time, and the views that we saw were thrilling. It's about a 30-minute ride in the boats from the dock over to the San Blas Islands. You can't even see where you're going at first. You just see you going up deep water. So, nerves of steel time. Here's the insider tip. You want to sit at the front of these boats because they're going to be going fast. And the faster they go, the more the water splashes. So we were in the back row. And my poor wife, she was on the edge. I was in the middle seat. She was on the edge, and I looked over, and it looked like a scene for the Three Stooges. Like people were just throwing buckets of water in her face. I felt real bad for her, but she's a trooper. She took it like a champ. And then, later on, I felt some of that myself on that side, and luckily I had that hat. So I just kept my head down and let the water pour off of my face because it's real. So sit in the front of the boat. But the ride out there is still enjoyable, even with the water. It's sunny, it's hot, and it's a tropical breeze. And all of a sudden, you see these islands show up, and they're just everywhere. They're dots, and then you start seeing the boats out there, and it's just freaking surreal. All right, fam, so we just made it off the skiff, little boat, whatever you want to call it, dinghy. We crossed open water in that joint. It was a bumpy ride.
Look
but
where we are now.
Right, look where we are now. Not quite as bumpy as the SUV though. But still, it all paid off because just look. Oh my God. We out here, oh, she eating. We out here on some Blue Lagoon stuff, y'all. All right, fam. There we got to hang out. We got to do whatever we wanted to do. It was laid back. They were selling indigenous art on the island, and you can get, some water and a couple of cans of cerveza, but you really want to bring a cooler with your stuff so that you can, get your party on, no doubt. People were getting it in. It was just a real serene vibe. I can't even really describe what it felt like to be on a small island with only a certain number of people. I mean, maybe 30 or 40 people on that island and at any given time. So, I mean, it was plenty of social distancing going on and plenty of fun. So, then they called us up, they rounded us up, get back on the boat. We took another short, maybe 10-minute ride, and then we stopped in the middle of the ocean. There's a sandbar that gives a natural pool, so you can get out of the boat and, be chest deep or waist deep in the water, even though there's no land anywhere near you. We're literally in the middle of the ocean. The closest island had to be like a mile or two, off. So we chilled out on the natural pool for a while. Here's some images for you. And then they collected us and took us to Isla Chica, the dog island. That's where they fed us. So people had their choice. They had them giant lobsters. Y'all, I'm allergic to shellfish, so just don't get to me like that. But enjoy, you guys, my wife, all of y'all, go ahead and enjoy your thing. They were just all up in there with those spider legs and all that good stuff. I had the fried fish, the pescado, the corvina, and it was all of it. So they fed us well. We got to hang out for another 2 hours. Y'all, we thought we were going to lose a dude that was on the trip. There was a German, a young dude from Germany that was in our SUV, and he decided he was going to swim to the other island. We could see it. We were waving to people, but everybody trying to swim that joint. But this dude swam that joint. I was like, oh well, so bad. But y'all, he survived. So that's it for they took us back. We made it safely. We had a good ride back, and then back over the mountains again. Part 2 of that drive. So another exciting adventure in the mountains. I was having a ball. That was that Thursday? That was a Thursday. That was a Friday. That was a Friday for us. Okay, so that's just a typical day. There's nothing special. We didn't have to get passport stamped or anything. That's just a day trip. That's just, if we were back home, that's us going to Chesapeake Bay for the day. You feel me? Okay. All right, so day trip adventure for the expats living in Panama, part 2. We had a chance to participate with the Black Expats in Panama and Charlotte Van Horn, the Queen. She runs a cultural and relocation tour. So if you are planning on moving to Panama and you have questions, you're following the show, Big Will is showing you some things, you're hitting me in the chat, but you still got questions, no problem. I would encourage you to participate in that tour. Like I said, this is even for expats who live in the country. So with the tour, she takes people and she travels all over Panama showing you how expats live. But it's not just a relocation tour showing you how expats live. There's culture added to the tour. So that's why I loved it so much. So we had the opportunity to join the tour doing one of the legs. And that leg was visiting the city of Cologne and Portobelo, and then having a really, really good time on Isla Mamey. Oh my God. So we got up and met everyone at 7:45 sharp, and we met up with the group of people. So our group was combined with people who live in Panama like us and just had never been to Cologne and wanted to see. and the people who had come from the States who were part of that relocation tour. So we met some really cool people. I got to meet some repeat offenders. Y'all, I promised to make you famous, right? It's about to happen. So the tour itself was very educational. We learned an awful lot about the Afro-Panamanian culture here in Panama. The presence is thick, the diaspora is thick. So it was really exciting being able to dig into that cultural aspect and learn a little bit more about it. Also, Black Expats, let me tell you, one of the things I was really excited about, I got to hang out with my girl Aisha from Abroad Ability. Y'all, Abroad Ability is bringing the fire on things Panama. She's another sister who has a show about moving to Panama, and in fact she just decided to move to Panama. So you can check out her show. It's going to be up here someplace. You can check out one of her shows and follow her journey as she has made a decision to come, and I'm so excited. She's gonna be joining us. I know where she's gonna be, but I ain't gonna tell you. Anyway, yeah, we had a tremendous time. Let me shut up and let the video roll.
Ya no sabes lo que pasa. El primer verso, papi. Lo que manda aquí la clave.
Big Will here at the Cologne joint.
Big Will!
With my girl, Charlotte. We're having a great time with this tour today. We also got another celebrity in the house, Aisha from Abroad Ability.
Right, Aisha.
All right, cut. We got another celebrity in the house. Aisha in the house with Abroad Ability. Oh my God. But we did it. We're doing it. We're gonna show you some things. We're gonna show you some things and get y'all here. How about that?
No ves sonriendo y yo sé lo que tenemos no es para juego y esto divino. Por eso lo que hacemos quitar tu mano con ritmo letal. Saben lo que pasa. Mi abuelita ahora tiene masa. Aquí lo que falta el cajón. En esta jungla soy el gran león. Armen las cosas en el malecón. Lo que gozamos es salsa y son. Ya saben lo que repica son los juegos. Tengo la clave, soy el suelo. Esta vida es fuego. Por eso quiero una vida suave, soy sincero. Que viva mi gente, que viva la raza. De noche a día aquí se trabaja. Quieto, calidad pura en todas sus casas. Que viva mi gente, que viva la raza. De noche a día aquí se trabaja. Igual la gozamos, bailamos en plaza. Quieto, calidad pura en todas sus casas.
We've had a wonderful time here on Isla Mamey.
Yes.
Hanging out with the Black Expats in Panama.
Yes.
Cultural tour. Thank you so much, Charlotte. What you think of it?
Charlotte, I loved it. It's beautiful.
What was your best part of the whole trip?
This part, Isla Mamey, Mamey, I don't know how to pronounce it.
You know what? We still learning Spanish. It's all good. Uh-oh. Palm trees, occupational hazard when you're trying to film and drunk at the same time, people. So I want to give a big shout out to Charlotte Van Horn, the founder of Black Expats in Panama, who put all of that together and allowed us to enjoy such a good thing. And like I said, this is a day trip, even for expats living in Panama. We were able to do that leg of the trip along with everyone else. The day after that trip, they came out here to where we live so that the people from the States can see all this beach and everything, and talk to folks like myself and others who live here to see what our first-hand experiences are like. So I'm telling you, check out what Charlotte's doing and get on that tour. I also want to give a big shout out to my man Chris from ITA Global. ITA Global is I'm gonna get this wrong, Chris. So they're a tour, guide company. They do all kinds of excursions. So he has several tours like that, and he and Charlotte partnered together to put on this tour, and they did a fantastic job. That brother who was on the bus giving us the information, he was thorough. He's Panamanian and comedian, so he made the information interesting. So shout out to everyone involved. We had a great time, and more importantly, for you, the viewer, understand again, that was Thursday. So, the next day we drove back and it worked. I was on business calls and everything. So that is what life is like here for an expat. It's not a long, extended vacation unless you're retired. If you're retired, more power to you, because those folks getting it in. Let me wrap this up. If this is your first time joining us, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me the honor of liking and subscribing so that we can continue to bring you good content like this. If you're a repeat offenders, oh my God, y'all make me so happy. Yay! My repeat offenders, I love bumping into you guys in the wild. By all means, keep sharing your stories with me. It gives me strength, all right? All right, so folks, it's getting dark. I don't know if y'all can tell. Dinner's almost ready. I'm getting hungry, so I'm about to sign off and talk to y'all later, all right? Ciao.